Where's the lava here? Okay, lava here. Should be lava here too. So why aren't we? Why aren't we live there? Alright, trying to get this set up. If anybody does happen to be in here, give me just a minute. Maybe we'll try to go down. The heck? Hang on. Alright, so we got Alright. I think we're good. I think I got this somewhat figured out. Hopefully. Let's see. Okay. Alright, let's see the latencies one. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 seconds on that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 5 seconds on both. Alright. I think we got it finally. Oh my gosh. Finally. finally got this set up and down. Alright, let's get to trading now. Oh man, it's about time now. Alright. Time to get going now. So, I don't have anybody in here, but if you join later and you rewatch some stuff, probably got everything set up. It took longer than I thought. Longer than I thought. And this is after already trying to get some of it set up before, but just on one platform. So, finally got things going now. And now it's time to trade. Let's see if we can open this one. A new window. Can I do that? Let's see. New window. Where's the show it on here though? Where do we get a view count on Twitcher? The Twitch. Guess ultimately it doesn't matter. Just as long as we finally got things set up and going. I don't know that one. go. All right. Alright, yeah. Finally. Gosh dang. Oh man. Let's have a little fun now. A little fun now. Oh man. Alright. Starting to get everything going now. I wonder what that looks like. Oh, is that too bright? We don't even really change it. Oh shit. Alright. Time to get some trading. Let's do okay. We gotta start trading. It is taking way too long to get this thing set up, but we are finally ready. Finally good to go. Oh man. I'm a little tired. That was way more involved than I thought. Or some of the setup was easy, and then some of it was just stupid. Alright. Let's look for some good ones. Look for some bounces. Look for some BR methods. AKA the KISS method. Look at this rug pull. If that ain't just a insanely manipulated one, look at that, way past that RSI. Holy crap, all the way down to 6 just out of nowhere for a pop right back up. That's insane. That is insane. We missed this one. We had a KISS method right here. Wish we would have got in on that one. That one would have been a nice one. Let's see. This one is not getting volume. We need to see what's actually moving now. Looks like there's not much moving. This is potentially a good setup. That's getting going over here. But then the only other one moving is like that one. This might have a bounce coming up. We're going to put a couple on some tabs. Take a look at them. Let's see. $19 minutes on this one. So let's look at that 5-second interval for some support levels. So we got one support level right here. It could bounce down to right at this 26 area, test it and pop up. We're gonna see if it tests it and pops. It's testing it. It's making a little move. Let's see what the 1 second looks like. We might get in on this one. The only bad thing is we have ceilings here and here, so it would be that we would really need to see it blow through that ceiling first, and then we would probably be looking for more so a scalp trade on it, just because you don't know what it's going to do at this ceiling. It could pop, blow straight through both of them, but either way, we're getting a move through this one. We're going to get in on it. Only a 0.1. We're going to put the stop loss super close because it's either going to work right here or it's not. Why didn't that move? Come on, move. No, that one ain't gonna work. That's why I put that stop loss super close to that one. I was hoping it was blowing through that ceiling. It was making that move right above it, but not quite strong enough. It's got the volume though. I mean, it's got plenty of volume. So I think we are gonna have a move to the upside on this one. And it's gonna happen soon, but we're gonna have to look for a better entry or another entry on this one. It just actually it's making another entry. We want it to blow through now both of these, but all it did was come down to this this ceiling right here and pop right back up. But we got resistance here, here, and here. So we'll see. We'll see. It kind of would make more sense at this point for this to retrace all the way back down to this level. If it starts to get a strong retracement, then we're going to look for my method, the BR method, and we're going to see if we can get a strong kiss out of it. So the RSI is coming down. If this ADX comes up, this would be a nice setup. Ideally, if those two come together at this support level, that would be two confirmations, making for an awesome chance of a good, solid spike. Here we go. Here we go. ADX coming down. RSI is coming down. Let's see them kiss. Let's see it spike. It's looking like it's going to happen to this support instead of this. That's fine. We want to see this curl, and we want to see for an entry. All right, we're getting a curl. Now, it always could retrace right to this one, but based off the kiss method, it's either going to be this one or this one, and it's starting to set up for an entry. So we're going to go ahead and get in. This is going to be probably more so a quick scalp, just because it still has those ceilings over there. I'm going to go ahead and take 50% out at that 5%. I do see it, because it's retesting that ceiling that quickly over and over. Ideally, I would want to see it blow through it. But this, what I said before, still comes in play. We still could have a full retracement to this area before it makes a strong move. So let's go ahead and take out. We're going to wait for another entry. We got 5% there. So basically, I mean, essentially broke even since we only did 0.1 on there. This is not really the kind of trades I want to be doing right now. Ideally, I want to be finding some better setups, because it took too long to get this thing, the live stream, going and figuring it all out. Oh, look, I got a message. Thank you. You're my first message. Since it took so long to get this set up, I feel like I'm in a rush to try to find trades. We want some better setups than this, though. Right here, we can get some scalps out of this, but there's so much ceilings to watch out for, so much resistance. I do see a good blow through on this one, so we are going to keep it up on this and just keep an eye on it while we look for some more ideal setups for some easier trades and entries. Now, this still comes in play what I said a minute ago. If we get a full retracement here, the ADX and the RSI come together for another kiss. Because one thing about the method I came up with this BR method, this kiss method, is even when it doesn't work, it still beautifully works, because even though this spot didn't work, it typically is the next support level. And since we were already looking at that support level, that would mean either, actually that would mean, since it spiked up, that would mean it's either retesting this one that's going to do it, or it's going to come down and hit this and do it. Hopefully we get a good entry and we do get that spike. because we always could get a rug pull and you know, one of those. But if it's not that one, then it's this one. This is that strong level. Doesn't look like that one's coming down. I really want to see it coming down to this level and see what these two indicators are looking like. So this level, the only tricky part of this level, it could happen at the bottom of that one or the bottom of that one, more so looking like it's going to be right here where it is, because we have a ceiling, a floor at the same time this is happening. So ideally right here is where we want to look for an entry. Although we have one confirmation with the RSI, we don't have it with ADX, and that's fine. We got two levels showing. So if we get a good entry, we got a little curl. This one's just moving so slow for how much volume it's getting. So we're gonna have to have a pretty strong entry to pop in on this one. I really want faster moving ones. This one is Dad. Okay, so we got a move starting to make here. We could go ahead and get in, try to get a scalp. I mean, I really want to see this strongly move. It's already tested these areas so many times, but the volume's there number wise, but it's just not moving as if it's got that volume. So we're going to set the stop loss super close because we really don't want to be getting in and out too many times. So we're playing it safe on that one. If I didn't feel a little rushed, I might. The more ideal would be to set the stop loss under here, because it could still come test that area, pop down. We're gonna go ahead and take out 6% right there, or take out 50% on that 6%. Usually I take out 50% on when I get at least 10%. But these ceilings and resistance are still in play here. There we go. Finally, you're gonna pop past it. Well, it's still testing this level now. We're gonna take out a little bit more there. We're starting to make a new floor. Hopefully, if we do, then we can move the stop loss up, and even what we have left in it, we can get. I can't quite move it yet. That floor hasn't been fully made. It could come all the way back down, but I already got majority of that out. But if it does make a new floor, we can move the stop loss up, and even what we have left in there, we can, there we go. All right, we can move the stop loss up. We can set it down here. So that's the new floor now. This is making a good setup for it to keep going up. We got a new floor. Putting the stop loss here. Actually, we might be getting out right here. We're gonna see what it looks like over here. So it's testing these ceilings right here. We're getting out. Good thing we had that stop loss. We got tapped. So it tested those ceilings. So that's a good way to get out. But we got like probably, I don't know, what did we get out of that? Not anything crazy, 13%. So not too bad. I didn't have too much in that one just because it kept consolidating and testing these areas. And with how the market's been lately, it's been, some of these have been getting rinsed hard out of nowhere past like 2 weeks. So lately I haven't been trading with too much, playing it safe and trying to figure out how this new market is moving. So I'm trying to look for just really good setups. But this has got potential to, I mean, if it blows through all these ceilings, this has got potential to at least that 50 area. That'd be nice on that one, but I don't see any more entries for us to be looking out for. So we're gonna have to leave that one alone. Heck yeah. Thank you for that. Have you been trading for a while? Oh, you don't know that? Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if we can find a. This Pelosi one is trading like it's getting completely manipulated. We're sticking far away from that one. the lower low and the higher high. So the lower low and the higher high, it works better in stocks. That's one thing I had to learn about all these meme coins that really got me in bad spots, or I lost money, because in stocks usually once you have a candle that makes a newer high, that's a really good sign. But on these, it doesn't exactly follow that rule. It does sometimes, but it doesn't consistently enough. So that's one of those things that I don't use anymore for this. On stocks, I still do, but not on this. All right, we got some going in this one. 8 minutes. All right, so it's testing this level. It's bouncing off. That's a nice little level. The next level, next main level, the top of these 3 candles matching the bottom of this. This is a very good support level. We're gonna see what the 5 second looks like. I hate when it does that. When you hit intervals, I wish it would show it a little bit better. Alright, so not just do we have the top of these, we got that. So it's going to come down to this level. Well, I mean, it could go either way right now. The big thing, it's not really about knowing like which way it's going to go, but more so the higher probability. And probability to me, I would say it's going to hit this level and make a good little bounce, at least enough for a scalp. But it also could do it right here, because those are 2 strong support levels too. So either way, we're going to see what it does. Wait for an entry. We're going to go back to that 1 second for possible entry, because it's getting really close, or is actually went down to that level. Let's see. Yeah, it's testing that level. It's doing it a little prematurely. Should come down a little bit more. I mean, it always could work prematurely, but it's kind of doing it slightly over that level, which doesn't really make any sense. But it doesn't really have to make sense. We just want those ideal trades, which would be right here, waiting for it to come down, testing this level. Now, if it breaks through, if it does want to do it prematurely, it's got to break through that and that, or at least look like it's going to make a strong test. So right here, where the lower low and the higher highs on this one, it just made a higher high. That's a really good sign that it's going to spike up. But like I said, with these, it doesn't work consistently enough. So that would typically be a really good sign for a huge spike. But or on stocks it is. But see right here, now we got consolidation. It's already spiking down. So on these, I learned to wait till it comes down to that next little support level. Sometimes it's literally the next one. So this would be the next main one that's going off of these. And then wait for an entry, because it could still do that big spike, but this would be the big area to look out for. I haven't really tried any of the games. I saw some of the streamers do, what is it, on Yeet? I haven't tried those yet. Have you done any good at those? Oh, no need to type. Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. Alright, let's look for an entry here. This would be one we could get in and put the stop loss pretty much right here. Good to see, you're gonna have a little bounce here or that next one. We might just wait till it comes down to test this level, or wait for an entry on the way up. Alright, we're getting the entry. Only thing is, it's got to blow through that ceiling. I think it will though. 5%, 6%. We're gonna take out 50% already. making a floor. We're gonna go ahead and move our stop loss up to that floor. Just making another move. It's probably gonna tap us on this, but that's fine. It's either gonna tap us or it's gonna go up, one of the two. That would be the ideal thing. There we go. Take out a little bit more. And we're getting out of that one. Come on, fill me. There we go. So sometimes you can always hold, because that's always, you know, who wouldn't want that big spike, but these things are so dicey. There's no way to say that huge spike is coming. Because I took out, where I took out was this ceiling right here. But it just blew through that, but it also came right back down. So we still, unless we would have took out immediately up there, we still got a good fill. Alright, I will in a minute. I'm on this.
Are you serious?
I'm on chat.
You know what? When I will give this to you later.
Alright. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Do you do any streaming? Alright, this might set up for another entry bouncing off this. No, we're not getting that. Alright, this is actually a very good support level there. It's going to bounce off these. We want some better setups. Better setups. Let's see what we can find. That one's got a good chance of going up, but it's not. The only entry would have been here for that first little move, but kind of missed that. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I probably need that because on the thumbnail pretty much just took a screenshot. I am not a very good design person. Yeah, for sure. Oh, we got a kiss method on this one. Look at this. So this is a method I came up with. We're not going to get it on this one. We're going to wait for the next one down. But right here, starting to set up the kiss method because we got that one. If we get another one down here at the support, this would be, actually it's probably going to come down right here. We need the ADX a little bit higher. It's probably going to do one more. Let's see, we would need the ADX at least. At least this 50 area, just because of how high those ones are. Let's see. In the beginning, just trying to. Oh, okay. So does it matter if I'm doing, I guess on multiple platforms, like is YouTube and Twitch the same as far as that goes, or should I stop Twitch at that time but keep going on YouTube? Yeah, there's a lot I need to learn about some of this stuff. I didn't really, this is something I kind of always wanted to try out, but I haven't done as much research as I usually would like to do before I hop into something. So I need to learn some of the how the algorithms work and what the best things to do. We won't sound like this one. That was a perfect kiss method setup. Yeah, what you got? I'm all up for ideas and tips. Don't like when the market starts getting like this where all the market caps are super low and things aren't moving much. The only ones that are moving is the ones that looks manipulated. Like, I don't want anything to do with Pelosi. That thing looks like it could rug pull at any second. Even this one, when this one spikes down, it is very big. We'll keep it up. Alright, this one might be retesting this level. It's not one I want to get in just because it spiked down way too quick for it to be a retest. But oh, this is rinsing all the way. That's the beginning of it. I was not paying attention to the market cap on that one. That was done. I guess we're gonna keep this one pulled up because this is the only one somewhat moving. That was a good kiss method. Let's see what we got on the 5 second. Alright, we're gonna look at 30 seconds, see what the RSI looks like on the 30 second. So we got to bounce off the 30-second interval on the RSI. It's been out 46 minutes. So we got a potential kiss method coming up on the 30-second interval. Which if we get the BR method that I came up with shown on a 30-second, that's like a 95% chance it's going to be shooting up. Those ones don't happen too often, but when they do, they are very good. Yeah, go for it. That'd be cool. Six, 49 else. 31. I don't have Insta, but I do have a Discord. I don't know what my Discord name is though. I need to look. Or I think I have Discord. Pretty sure I did because I had to make it when we were doing some gaming with a friend. Yeah, I do have a Discord. Let's see. I don't know where the link is. I'll type my username on it. If you need me to send a link, I could do that too. But let's see. I don't know if this is showing my Xbox name or it's showing my Discord. Alright, my Discord is either CCBB or CCBB 5657. So I don't know if this is 5657 same as my Xbox. I don't know if that's showing that because I connected it to the Xbox and it's the only time I use that Discord. Need some good setups. Let's see. 3. Man, nothing. It's man, this market's dead right now. This one could set a rebound. This one was trading a little bit better than it did above. Didn't have so many rug pulls. We would get in on this one, not right now, but here soon. We'd be looking for an entry. Because if it comes down to what is showing? If it comes down right here at 10.5 or this 7.5 area at the same time, we see a confirmation with the RSI matching at least to the 16 area. And then ideally a third confirmation would be this RSI coming up to this 40, what would that be? 43 area. And that would be a very good trade to make, but that would be if this one was trading normally. With how many rug pulls and drops it looks like it's made, that would be a little bit of a gamble. We'll watch it. Ain't nothing else really moving, so we might gamble with one of them. Also, it could be that 85. All right, let's see. Let's see my messages, our notifications. Alright, I just accepted the friend request. I didn't even know I had notifications unless I have not got on here in a while. On the did you just send a friend request or did you send it in the message too? Oh yeah, futures are hard to kind of get into, especially depending on which ones you're looking at. And some of them just move very slow, or the movements that they make look big, but it's just because it's the big picture of it doesn't move much. So you got to have a lot kind of going into those to take advantage of, even when it moves a little bit. This one, I'm really interested to see if this one does want to make a pop. Because it's getting close to those areas. So it's at that 10.5 area. And that's ADX is very close to reaching that. This is very close to reaching that. So it's either potentially going to make pop this 10.5 area or that other area that I said. I don't forgot the number of. I think it was 7.5. I always could do the bottom. I always could split right through the main area of that 7.5 area, but with how much that ADX moved, with how little it went, could do it on one of these areas. So a good one to look at. Let's see, 30. Oh, we gotta stretch. I haven't been sitting in this too long. Oh man. Whew. I think it's string bow. Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. You know, the only thing, like, when it comes to some of this stuff that I kind of delayed, even though I kind of wanted to start streaming a while back, is since I run a small business, I'm so bad at the social media part, and I know there's a lot of benefit on the social media part, but it's so much to keep up with between all the different platforms, because there's, you know, depending on what you do, there's all the video platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, but then there's all the regular social media platforms where you can post stuff. That's a lot to keep up with. Yeah, yeah. I need to look into some stuff that kind of helps auto generate, or maybe not auto generate, but where I can do all of it like one platform, where then I can post on multiple of them. That'd be nice. I want to say I've heard of one like that. I need to look at those. Yeah, I have noticed that most of the streamers, they seem to only be doing like the new pair ones. And I mean, if it works for them, that's great. It hasn't worked for me doing or trying the new pairs, and it might just be because I'm more used to trying to look at charts. So the new pair ones, they're kind of more like random to me. But it seems like a lot of people that mostly kind of got or made their money doing that, doesn't seem like it's working too well lately. Seems like there's kind of more. I don't really know what's going on with the new pairs, but either way, I tried those and I pretty much just lost money almost every time that. I mean, not every time, but more times than not, I just lost money. So I started just sticking with what I know and then using it into these, because these trade a lot like stocks, but in some ways they don't too. So there was a lot to kind of iron out with these. And a lot of it also is trying to find the ones that actually have some patterns going. Or not necessarily patterns, but they're actually trading. Like this one looks like it's actually trading, like it's slowly moving, but it's actually trading versus ones like this where it's just dropping and dropping. Or when it does hit support levels, there's not a big move just for it to drop straight back down. But it seems like at a certain time of night, it's actually kind of early for it to do it now, but it seems like after like 8, sometimes around like 9 or 10, the market just falls off out of nowhere. And they all start getting a little more manipulated. I have the meme coins I've only been doing for, I guess, a month and a half, but I've traded stocks for, I'd say, 5 years now. And sometimes with the stocks, it's been day trading pretty regularly, and then sometimes I've had gaps in between depending on how work's been. Sometimes if things get a little chaotic with work, kind of takes me away from it. But I will say there's one method I came up with on trading this. So the indicators I use, ADX does not work on stocks at the free call. Like, does not work. RSI is somewhat of a decent indicator for stocks. Some traders use it, some traders don't. It's more of one like it doesn't really give you any guarantees. More of a one that you want to look for to help kind of confirm, give a higher chance of probability to a trade. But before I made this wallet, I did I think like 6,000 trades trying to figure out how to trade these meme coins with confirmation and not just doing support levels, because support levels, they do work on here, but there's some red flags to look out for before you get in on certain ones. And long story short, the method that I came up with using the RSI and the ADX together, you wouldn't even have to know support levels or anything. You can just look for a certain setup, and it literally works probably 80% of the time. And when it doesn't work, it typically does it on the very next one. So even if you get right out, there's a chance to get right back in and it spike up. This one's just not moving. I'm gonna quit looking at those. Most things are just not moving right now. Oh yeah, that I took a big hit when I first started trading these because I didn't realize just how high the fees were, and it racked up, and I was like, oh man, and I thought I was trading badly, but then I would get in on some thinking I did good, just to realize I didn't really make much profit. So I definitely had to adjust the fees. Right now my fees are set for super low, like 0.00001, 0.00001. But it works. They trade. The only time I sometimes get a little disadvantaged with having it, and I have the other preset set, but I always just stick to this one. It's just the one they're moving super fast. But those are typically wait until they cool down a little bit anyway, just because you can get bad fills even if you do have good a higher setting with the fees. Finally gonna get a setup. Would be nice to have one. Let's see. Alright, so let's see. One bad thing, or one, I guess, more on the difficult side of these versus stocks. Stocks are moving like, even fast moving stocks don't move too fast, whereas some of these you can get basically the whole life of a stock that happens in one day or 1 hour. So sometimes I've lost just by getting in trades prematurely before checking areas, because if they're moving so fast, sometimes it can be difficult to check the areas you need to, because by the time you check those, the move could be over. But kind of gotten a little bit better about being a little bit more patient about it, and if I miss out on the move, then I miss out on it. This one might actually be a good trade. We're getting consolidation right here. It could actually make a strong spike. We're gonna go ahead and get in. It's going to make a strong spike one way or another. We're going to get in hopefully for the upside, but we're definitely going to get a strong spike one way or the other. It's going to be very soon too. Yeah, we're gonna get tapped. I think it's at my stop loss now, or it's right there at my stop loss. I don't like that it didn't do it quick though, or didn't hit quick. So probably gonna play this on the safe side and try to move it up and get out, because I don't think it's gonna work on this one. There we go. We should have waited for that entry. That's a better, stronger support. Right now, with how it was looking before, and that candle, it should spike. I mean, it could do anything it wants, but we shouldn't be getting that. It should be spiking up quick. So we might stay away from this one. If it spikes up quick, it could go to that 57 area. We'd probably take out at 46 though, if it did go. Oh, I want to get back in, but gosh, it is not giving a good entry. And the entries it gave, that's one thing I noticed. Sometimes I've been having to stop at a certain point at night, like when the market gets dead. That happens more than not when you get like areas where it very well could spike, and instead you get this little tiny thing just for it to come back down. So basically, like support levels, give a tiny pop instead of an actual profit, or they rinse you and they just keep dropping. We might try for one more because we're starting to get this KISS method popping up. We're going to wait for an entry just in case it wants to do it on the next one. Why ain't my scroll working? Okay. That's not a good entry. See, like, even right there, it should have kept going up at the, I mean, it could come and test this area and pop, but this is the time of night I just should stop trading, because that shouldn't happen in the normal time when you get, at least at that volume too. The amount of volume it's getting, that shouldn't be like that. Yeah, for sure. Let me know whenever you send it. Alright, this. Only thing I have noticed at night is when they start to get to where they're not doing a good bounce. They sometimes could do it at the most obvious points, which should be that one and that one, or blue through that one. So it's either this one or not. So 17.2 or around that 17.2 area. 17.8 is where it tried to start to make a pop. Is it just my chart, or are they just barely moving? Like, it's barely making any pops. Yeah. Yep. Might not be trading anymore tonight, because if they're starting to move like that, these are, it's not a good view of the overall market. Moving now. Probably gonna just pop back down because now it's hitting the ceiling, but yeah, just making that move. But that didn't really give any entry. The only entry it gave was somewhat of a kiss, but right here. I should have paid attention to that. It gave a kiss symbol here. Didn't work on it, so it typically means the next support, which would have been that one. But even still, so that still didn't give any good area. Oh well. Hey, what about it? What are you doing? Morph. Oh, you gotta go out here. Look at this one. It's got a higher market cap. It's even got volume. And yet it's got 400 traders. That is sticking away from that one. Oh, motherfucker. What am I doing? What the heck am I doing? I ain't even looking at levels. Oh, now I'm just making stupid trades. Oh, why did now I'm just being stupid. It's all the way at the bottom. There was literally no reason for me to even get in on that one. I just did it twice. Yep. It's the time of night I need to get the heck off. That was dumb. Alright. I saw something pop up. Where'd it go? I don't see it now. Where the heck did it go? Oh, I see it. Okay. I was looking for a notification. I didn't realize it had a thing on the side. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, he's cool. Oh, I like that. How'd you do that cartoon version of yourself? That's cool. Alright, this would be a good area. 30, 37, 38. Right here where it is. Oh, let's see if we can get. Only bad thing about these fast movers, I gotta take my stop loss off. Sometimes as soon as I get in, it pops down, pops right back up. That can tap me. We're gonna wait for an entry on this one, but we are gonna try this one out. It's gotta give us a good entry. That's why we're gonna wait for the entry. Alright, it's testing this level. If it's 2 minutes in though, it's already dropping from 57 to 31. That it's not good. Yeah, I'm probably gonna stay away from this one. I think I'm gonna stay away from any more of these trades tonight. These are not trading in a good way at all right now. It's crazy. 60 to 20, even with that much volume, that much traders. That is scammy. For fun though, we might do one trade right at. Actually, we might just do one at the very bottom, right here. 23 for a quick pop without much risk. I'm gonna go on the Instagram and do that then. Let's see if I can remember my stuff. Oh shoot, actually I have, never mind. I have posted every now and then on Instagram. Why don't I remember ever getting on Instagram? I was already logged in to my Instagram. Okay. This one's got a good setup for a quick pop-up. I don't really trade these unless they're migrated though. Be real quick, just that 7-9 area. Oh, nope, not that one. Nothing is moving. Wish I didn't make those dump trades earlier. Wait, active. Why? Oh no, I didn't get filled. No, what happened? Oh, that was dumb. I did not pay attention. No. God, I did not pay attention at all. I am still in one. It did not fill me. That's why my P&L is so far. Oh my gosh, it didn't fill me. Oh, this cell didn't fill me. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Oh. God. I did not know I was even still in that. It didn't even show it on this one on the positions. Unless it didn't, I just wasn't paying any attention. I don't think it was. I might have to look back at the video and see. Because I don't think it was showing it on the positions. That's crazy. Well, that's my own fault. Man, things are dead. Holy moly. Oh man. Oh, what's up, Felipe? We were in the profit, but made two dumb trades and apparently was in one that I did not know I was still in until I was real down on it. Man, I cannot believe I was still in that one. That completely ruined that P&L for today. Look at that. 80% loss. Did not know I even had positions in that thing. That's crazy. Really shouldn't be trading anymore with how the market's moving, but I kind of want to win that money back now. Just the end of the day with a plus on the P&L side. But usually when I do that, that's when I start making dumb trades. Really would like to find a very good setup on one or two more. Whew. Oh. Well, this one was just done a minute ago, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright. We might have somewhat. No, I don't need to be in this one. Nope. Never mind. Oh, I wish some of these would start moving. Did you send that thing yet? Let's see. Hmm? Yeah, I like those characters. I can't say that. Caricatures. Tough character. Oh, we're about to head off here. These things are not moving. We're not moving in good ways. TGC. What is this one gaining? 3-7. Little scalper. Little scalp. Let's see here. This setup's really good. I wish this one had more volume. It was migrated. Really like the setup though. Oh, I might have to get in on that one. Ah, we're gonna gamble it. Gonna gamble it. As long as it breaks to that ceiling, we'll be on the upside. Why is my stop loss not even appearing? What's going on? Where's my stop loss even at? Alright, hopefully it doesn't rinse because my stop loss is apparently just not there. We're getting out just because I don't have a way to set that. And since it's on the downside, I ain't taking that risk. I wish my stop loss would have showed up though. That's weird. I wonder why I didn't do it. Man, I wish my stop loss appeared on that. We could have just set it below and not worried too much about a rinse. Shit happens. Whatever. That is one thing I do not like about. Let's see. One thing I do not like about these meme coins is sometimes the stuff just doesn't even work right. We have, let's see. Keep saying I need to get off these, but I really want to revenge trade that one that I didn't know I was in and lost on. So I'm trying to look for a really good setup, but these just are not moving. I don't know why it dies out like that. It's like a certain time of night, every night, just, or some nights at least. Right around 8, it just dies. The only ones moving right now are these other ones that I don't typically like to trade. This one's actually not looking bad though. Where the heck did that come from? This one don't even have the type of volume. I mean, it does have volume, but not type of volume to just keep spiking and spiking like that. All the way from 32 to 72 when the rest of the market's dead. It's crazy. Man, there is no good setups going. I'm going to give it a little bit longer. Keep looking for some hopefully perfect setups. Otherwise, I'm getting out for the night. We got a potential setup coming up on this one. This is the only one that's starting to somewhat set up one. Part of me doesn't even want to trade it with how big these spikes are when it does come down. But the setup's right here. Right at the top of this 33.2 area. It's either going to test that and bounce, or we're going to be coming down to this 26 area. With this time of the day and this how dead it is, I would almost guess it's going to be the more obvious one, or the biggest area. But right here, we should get at least a tiny test. At least a tiny test. So a little bit of a bump, consolidation, maybe keep going down, but with it having some volume and that being a pretty key support area, there's got to be some kind of test on that one. So we're going to watch it. The ADX one though is so high previously in the charts of this one, and it's not quite there. Neither is the RSI. But if those two, this can come, I mean, the RSI don't technically have to come down much slower, but for a more ideal perfect setup, it would be a better trade or a better confirmation if this comes a little bit lower and the ADX at least comes to this 55 area at the same time that we are at a support level. That would be nice. That would be one that we would kind of get into, even with the market kind of being shitty right now, and take that chance. Alright, so that's a good sign for this one. So it's testing that area, it's bumping. Looks like we might get a turnaround on ADX, which is fine. I mean, it could be making us move all the way up now, or could go either way, but there's no good entry. I mean, the only entry would have been to take a play off this key support area, which if the market didn't all of a sudden die off, I more than likely would have done that. But how things moving right now, I didn't really want to take that one, or not until I saw entry. That technically isn't an entry. I mean, it's making its move. We can get in and set our stop loss super close. I want to see what it does right here though, because that's a little bit of resistance, that's a little bit of resistance, that's a little bit of resistance. So it's got a couple of areas that it could just bounce straight back down with, and that's a little worrisome, just because on this one, when it dropped fast, so a stop loss wouldn't really save me much on this one potentially. And that is super close right there. Usually when it's that close, it gives a pretty quick retest. I mean, it didn't here, so it always could just do what it did over here and just keep spiking up. But I would think on this one, we would get more so like what we see over here, where it's real quick and then it comes back down to another support level to test. Even if it just retests the same, well, now it's coming down. So even if it just retests the same level, I would still expect more of a retest. Yeah, we'll see what it does on this retest. We might get in on this one. So this retest level, if it does want to go up, it's either going to be right where it is now. There's 3 levels. Where it is right now, top of this one. Probably the more ideal level would be here, not just because, well, a couple reasons. Because you have the top, bottom, and a bottom right there at the same time that you have a top right here. So you got way more support right there. So if it doesn't want to use that little bit of support, then you have a much stronger support right here. But that is only if it is only just retesting and for it to bounce on the upside. I mean, if it's just wanting to go all the way down, it can go all the way down. So, but this one might be a possible trade coming up. We'll see how this turns out as far as how it tests. We're gonna keep an eye on that one. Keep an eye on that one. Let's see what else we got going. Surely just one more good trade set up. Just one good trade set up. That's what I'd like to see. Oh, this Bob one, that does not have any volume. I don't even know why I'm looking at that. It's got 23 in volume. No way, that's that one. Man, things are not hardly moving. And these look scammy as all get out. Those. Whoa, that's crazy. That is pretty extreme rug pull setup. Look at this one. Now, aside from it having some red flags of a rug pull, this is a very, very good key support area. So we have support pretty much throughout the whole chart, and it's already retesting that level. So you can get in on this one, put a stop loss right here, but kind of seems like a rug pull to me, which is why we're not getting in it. Yeah, so it would have broke through that. So that's not. It's probably going to come all the way down. It seems like a rug pull. Sometimes these rug pulls, though, you can still get in on one key area as long as some of these holders are at least like legit holders. It says 3,000 holders. I believe probably most of them are not actual holders. They're probably bundles of the same people. So, but if they are real holders, you could get this key support right there. You would think as long as it's legit with enough actual holders, you would get at least a little bounce right there, at least enough for a scalp. But that's considering it's not a rug pull and it's given red flags of a rug pull. But also these rug pulls, sometimes they'll have, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or how they seems like they purposely have some areas where it will bump just to give an impression that it's gonna turn around for more people to get in. Alright, so you got that little bump, but that could be all the bump. Could skyrocket, but that could be all the bump that it's gonna do. But not one for us. Although it's making the kissing method. VR method right here, the ADX RSI is coming together, the kissing. That's a really good sign. But gosh, this one has so many red flags on it. Should we gamble it? Should we gamble it? Oh, should we gamble it? We might. Why not? We might. Let's go for it. Where's my stop? Oh, why? Oh my gosh. That's why my stop loss didn't show up earlier. It's not clicked. When did I unclick it? It might have been whenever I was doing, no, I thought I clicked it back. I don't know. So we'll just have to watch this one. If it gets 10%, we're taking out. Actually, ideally, I mean, I would set my stop loss for there, but with this one potentially being a rug pull, I don't even want to see it get past that level right there. I don't want to see it break past that. If it breaks past that, then we're out. Yeah, we're out. We're out on that one. That one was a loss. This is why I need to get off at a certain point of the night. I said those red flags, regardless of it setting up, and I didn't listen to myself because I'm trying to force a trade because I'm tired of looking at all of these that aren't moving, and I'm trying to force a trade that isn't there. Look at it now. Now it's going to do it. Oh, I ain't getting in that one. Usually, though, that would be an entry right there. If you waited for an actual entry, that would be it. If this didn't work, you could get back in there, but this one ain't working anyway, so yeah, I think we're calling it a night. These are not moving in a good way. They're not moving at all, or they're not bouncing very well off of key support levels. I'd rather just wait till the market's got more volume. I do want to see what that one's doing now, just to watch it. No, actually I shouldn't. I need to get out. Oh, alright, I'm out. I am out of here. I need to listen to myself and stop making some dumb trades. Yep. I need to stop on this. Alright, you guys have a good night. I'm going to end this. We're going to wait till the market gets better and stop playing with these how they are right now, because this is stupid how they're trading right now. And it's like this. It's like right at 8 every freaking night. Right around 8, things just go insanely stupid, or just completely change up for whatever reason. I think I know what the reason is. We get less legit ones, and all the scam ones are kind of the only ones showing. But you guys have a good night. Thank y'all for being here. You guys are awesome. Have a good one.